Channel Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Truly grateful. So many channels you could be watching. You're watching, man. You know, Christmas can be a hard time for expats overseas, especially when you still got family back home. I just want to talk about that today. I always try to convince myself that it's just another day, just another holiday, but it's really not true. From the time you're old enough to understand what Christmas is in America, man, they beat it in your head. It's a profound holiday, and it brings back vivid memories of my childhood. You know, I never think about last Christmas or 5 Christmases ago. It always brings me back to when I was little. And I don't know why that is. And it starts with these damn Christmas songs. And I like Christmas, but man, it really makes me miss my family and my friends more at this time. It's hard on me. And I don't try to hide it. And I've stopped trying to explain to people who would never understand, you know, what I go through this time of year. You know, especially Maryland, you know, they're all surrounded by their family, their friends. And so I do it for the children. I do it for my children. I do it for, we had a little Christmas party around here the other day for some of the little kids. But I just thought I'd talk about this because yesterday I was doing my routine. I did it late yesterday. And I was, for some reason, it told me to put on some Christmas songs. I put that song on by the Temptations, Silent Night. And that's was my mother's favorite Christmas song, man. It just, emotions just overwhelmed me, man. I was like, damn, I miss my mother, man. And because my mother, you know, I was 6 years old when my mother and father separated. They never got a divorce, but they separated. And my mother would sacrifice and do all kinds of stuff just to make sure we had something under that tree. If I didn't get everything I wanted, I usually got that main thing. Like one of the last Christmases I can remember a little was that electric football set. You know, you get with them little bitty men, and she couldn't afford to get me the teams, so she'd always get me the green men and the yellow men. And I just sit there and pretend, you know, you click it on, it starts vibrating in the men. But she made sure I got that. And, you know, that's what Christmas does to me, man. It's not just a regular day to me. I try to convince myself of that. It's not, man. I think about, you know, when I was with my wife over there and with our children, you know, and we do a lot of late minute Christmas shopping all the time because they'd always say something else that would register in my mind. I had to run out to try to get that. But the memories, man, that's what gets you over here. And we were talking about starting overseas on my live stream yesterday. And you really have to have a compelling reason to move overseas and then stay overseas, because it's times like this that want to drag you back home, man. You be like, man, did I make the right decision? And you start thinking, you know, life goes by so quick. You know, why are you spending your holidays away from your family? But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about this, man, because it can overwhelm you if you let it. That's why I talk about stuff that bothers me. That's why I talk about things. I share my pain. It's not so much pain anymore. We're headed down to Cebu today. Right now, it's about 6:15 a.m. on Friday morning, December 23rd. We're headed to Lapu-Lapu. We've been invited by some friends to spend the holidays with them. And to Filipinos, you know, they love Christmas. You know, it's all about family. It's all about friends, you know, all the parties and everything like that. But when you're on the outside, man, like I am, and like we are as expats over here, Christmas takes on a whole different meaning. It doesn't even matter if you're religious or not, because I'm not religious. but you still get that emotional pull from the holiday. Because hell, how many years did I celebrate it before I decided, I'm not going to follow these religious traditions? But let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about some of the things you can do. I get lost in helping other people. That's how I solve a lot of my problems, man. When I start feeling sorry for myself and feeling down, I look somewhere else, because somebody else is worse off than me. But the Christmas songs, man, they just bring on the memories. I was listening to everything yesterday. Jackson 5, Temptations, Luther Vandross, Donny Hathaway. And I mean, songs would bring you back to a time in your life anyway. But these Christmas songs, how old were you, raise your hand, when you realized that Christmas songs really are like gospel songs, man? They reach deep inside of you and touch something that other songs don't touch. Because you play those songs, man, and you instantly are in Christmas spirit. And so, yeah, that's what I do. I start sharing with other people, man. It's tough, man. It's quiet. And then when you see, you kind of feel guilty because you see other fathers and mothers with their children and brothers and sisters and stuff, and you know that you've given that up. You sacrificed that. There's no sense in me continuing to try to explain things to people who will never understand. And Maryland can't understand it. Not just for Christmas, but anytime, guys. You can't understand me because you're always surrounded by your friends and your family. I'm not. So in certain situations, I really don't have anybody to call on. But yeah, I feel guilty sometimes. And that's the bus going to Bacala. You see it's empty. I'm shocked too because I'm hoping and praying that when we catch the ferry today, we're not going to have some monster line, but more than likely we will, because a lot of people will be going home to Cebu, for the holidays. And, people tend to do the same thing at the same time over here. We were supposed to leave yesterday. We had company, and then Maryland hadn't packed. So we're going to put our fate in the hands of the Christmas holiday today, and we're probably going to pay a price for it. We'll probably end up having to catch that 3 o'clock boat, 3 o'clock ferry. We're trying to catch the 10 o'clock. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know when you get over here, man. Because see, it doesn't matter. Thanksgiving and all those other holidays, they don't do anything to me like Christmas does. Christmas grabs a hold of me, man. It won't let me go until it's over. Until New Year's is over, really. I miss a lot of people, man. But I have to realize that I probably wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be alive had I stayed in my old situation back at home. It was that bad for me. It got that bad for me, man. I sold everything. I moved over here. And everybody's situation is not the same as mine, but I always like to share that because you really don't, nobody can really tell you what's the right time. Only you're going to know that. And I probably could have postponed it a little further out and added to my residual income, but I just had this feeling of impending doom. It's like if I stayed there, I was going to die, man. And I'm glad that I left, but this holiday, this Christmas holiday, does something to me, man. And I wanted to talk about it today to get it off my chest. You'll probably see a lot of Christmas videos on YouTube around, the Philippines. And this is mine, I won't make another one. But if you've ever celebrated Christmas and it's part of your culture, when you're way away from family and friends and you're overseas, it just has a different meaning, man. It's just powerful. I can't really explain it. I just know that they're expecting snow back in Louisville, Kentucky, and that adds to it. And people come around that you don't see in a long time. And the whole year you don't see them. But then you see them on Christmas. And it's just fond memories that come back to me, man. And they grab a hold of me and they won't let me go. So when you come over here, I just try to give back a little bit more. Tonight when I spin the wheel, I do it 5 times instead of the normal 2 times. Just to try to bring a little sunshine to somebody else's life. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm just sharing with you guys. When you're over here, if anybody, put in the comments if you can relate. Because Merle and them, she's got her mother, she's got her sisters, she's cousins, best friends. They just had a batch reunion last week. She's got people at the gym. See, all I've got is y'all, really. And Booby and, my son just left to go back to America. It was just so bittersweet. And I don't know, man. It's just a sad time for me when it should be happy. It should be a happy time. So thank you so much for stopping by. I want to shout out my family and friends in Louisville, Kentucky. I miss y'all. But at the same time, you have to do what's best for you. It's called self-preservation. And I would love to be there if I could be there. But, I can't be 2 places in one time. And I say it all the time. This is one of those days I wish I could cut myself in 2. Put one over there and one over here. But I can't do it. So I'm just going to give of myself like I'll do every Christmas holiday over here. Especially for the children and my children, Booby, Sahara, Sophia, because it's important to kids when they're, Christmas is important to children. My mother made it about us. I'm going to make it about them. I guess that's how she was able to get through the holiday. So if you're in America, it's getting late, before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. It's a Christmas holiday, man. If you can't help anybody now, I feel sorry for you. If you see somebody in the street or wherever you see them, buy them something to drink. Give them a few dollars, buy them something to drink, man. Give them some of your time. Give them a good word, man. Be careful over there in my area where actually all over the United States is having a cold blast. They were talking about Houston, Texas is expecting a freeze. In the Philippines, it's about 6:30 a.m. Got the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help, man. I help somebody every day. I'm going to help more people today because, I don't know, man. I'm just in one of those, I've got that giving spirit today. It's the only thing that's going to save me, man. It's the only thing that's going to get me out of this old self-pity, self-loathing situation that I've got right now. Because I miss my friends, I miss my family, I miss having Christmas in America. But it's just one of the things, man, one of those decisions you make when you decide to recreate your own life. Tonight I'm going to spin the wheel 5 times. I normally spin it 2 times, sometimes 3 if I miss the Electronic Community Pantry giveaway. To help people, man, what I take for granted, some people would love to have, So that extra 1,000 pesos that they'll have will give them maybe a Christmas dinner over here. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. We got a lot to be thankful for, man, and we should do that. I should do that more than just on Christmas, and I really do. But it's just this time of year when it's just so profound, man. The memories start flooding in, man. I get emotional, start missing people, man. I start questioning my decisions. What are you doing over here? But, you know, that's just another video for another time, guys. Take care.